The best practices, about 5 key points of using project milestone includes the following. Second, let me put the battery on. Alright, so best practices. The 5 key points of using project milestones include the following. Key points, why we use milestone. It define milestones early in the project and include them in the Gantt chart to provide a visual guide. So like we have, there shouldn't be hundreds of milestones, there should be like 2 or 3 checkpoints. You know, we should read this by the end of this month. We should be achieving that. Because you know, you have a clear purpose then. Okay, you know what, we are getting the design done by this month, end of this month. Now remember, if it was not a milestone, we are writing everything in steps, in very small tasks, like change the icon there, get the data from there, put the database up there, move the user interface design here. So you are doing this, you know, mixture of small tasks. But when you put a milestone, you're actually talking about something concrete, something more meaningful. Okay, something more meaningful, like, okay, you know, yes, we got the design done. Hey, what do you have done? I moved the icon. No, that doesn't make sense. Okay, by the last month we got the design up. Now that makes sense. That's a milestone, and you can put that in Gantt chart. Just a second, I think the voice is not clear. Woo, look at that! I did tell you, without even looking at point 2, that milestones shouldn't be a lot of them. It should be less. If you have lots of milestones, every day for milestone, you don't. Okay. Oh yeah, we did the milestone. All right. Yes, today also we did a milestone. Oh yeah. Oh, we did the milestone. Oh yeah. Oh, another we did the milestone. Okay. Oh, you must shut up. So if you keep saying every day that we just reached a milestone, you know, the team's like, okay. So that you have a milestone, like, okay, everybody's working, stressed out, nothing's going right, it's raining, everything is wrong, your team is losing. Hey, by the way, guys, congrats! We reached our first milestone that we set up, and we're going exactly according to the time schedule. People are happy. This means motivation. All right, at least something is going right. We're gonna work hard, man. Frequent. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be just as one milestone. Okay, end of the project, finish the project. That's the milestone reach. No, few milestones, not frequent, but yes, there should be some milestones in between. These set of milestones must be all-encompassing. I don't know what that means. Of course, a milestone should be all-encompassing. Each milestone must be binary, meaning it's either complete or incomplete. Woo! Scary. It's scary. Yes, milestones should be pretty harsh. It shouldn't be just like, you know, we're almost there. Oh, milestone means, okay, software design almost done, software design getting there, software design 90% done. That's a milestone. No. If you don't want to say software design done, then say database updated. Okay, not database 90% updated. If it's updated, it can be updated, then write down the milestone. Database updated, that's a milestone. By the way, if you are a GitHub person, you might know this thing called commit. I think a milestone is like a commit. You are writing a milestone in every commit. Right, moving on. Carefully monitor the critical path. Never ever have an idea of critical path. Probably. No, I don't know. And moving on. Okay, simple. It's not simple. Sample tracking Gantt chart. Well, what's the difference between it? You can see some dotted, dashy lines. What are those? I think that's a milestone. Is that a milestone? Oh, look at that. That's a milestone. That's a milestone. That is a milestone. Now, what's the difference between a white color and a black color? We don't know. Oh, I know. It's saying that the white colors are the ones slipped milestones, and the black color is the one we achieved it, or yet to achieve. If it is achieved, it will be black. If it's not, no. Now, these are probably I don't know what is this. Okay, main task 1, main task 2. It's comprising of this all. Industry doesn't even have the dashing. I don't know why didn't they do this, because it doesn't have a lot of tasks. Okay, tell me something. Why is there two versions of sliders on top of each other? Probably because we don't know. At least we know something. No, we don't. Do we? No, we don't. Moving on. Rubbish. Right. Critical path method. CPM is a network diagramming technique used to predict total projection duration. Really? We have yet to see. Is that possible? Isn't Gantt chart enough? Okay, let's see. A critical path for a project. Now they're telling us critical path and they expect us to know it just 20 slides back. But nonetheless, moving on, a critical path for a project is a series of activities that determines the earliest time by which the project can be completed. Really? Critical path, like critical is like, if we are really on track and we're lucky and everything is awesome, that's when this is the time we will take it to finish the project. The minimumest time it might take, or the quickest, the shortest time it will take. So I don't know what is the point of talking about critical path, because we should never think of the minimum path, because I mean a project manager has to be always pessimistic in terms of time. Like, although if it can be done in a month, but we tell the client 4 months. So critical path is probably performance, like, we could have done this in this time, but we took that time. What rubbish people are we? Now moving on. The critical path is the longest path through the network diagram and has the least amount of slack or float. Okay. Ha. Now, cool things. Just now we said earliest time. Yeah. Longest path shouldn't scare you, because it just did to me. Then I realized they talked about a network diagram. Remember, a network diagram is from one to another to another, to branching to trunking to branching. So the path that has a continuation from the first to the last, I think that is what they mean, the critical path, right? So, and it has the least amount of slack or float, whatever. Well, let's find out what is slack or float. Slack or float. Sir, a boat is floating in the boat in the river. Alright, slack it off. So, what is slack or float? Slack or float is the amount of time an activity may be delayed without delaying a succeeding activity or the project is better. Ooh, now it makes sense. So, for example, in Gantt chart, if you look, there will be time given to each task. Now, slack or float will be like the extra backup time, or you can say fallback time for each task. Like a task will take 2 months, but give it a slack of another month. So total duration it will be 3 months, even though it can be done in 2 months. If you're lucky, 2 months, good, happy people. So basically, slack of time is a time that where the task can be delayed, but it won't affect the other parts. Dealing a succeeding activity, yes, or it won't even affect the final thing. Moving on. Calculating the critical path. First, develop a good network diagram. That's a very important point. Add the duration estimates. Add the duration estimates for all the activities on each path to the network diagram. That's true. The longest path is the critical path. True. If one or more of the activities on the critical path it takes longer than planned, the whole project schedule will slip unless the project manager takes corrective action. Makes sense. Okay, so that's a network diagram. Would it determine the critical path project X? Let's see. The longest path would be 1 to 3 to 6 to 8. Is that what it is? Yeah, or it could be 1 to 2 to 5 to 6 to 8. Let's see. Now, longest path. Remember the earliest time, longest path. So, longest path would be, I think they are the same. Now, it could be 1 4 7 6 8 or 1 2 5 6 8. Not 1368 cannot be the critical path. Let's see. Enzyme alteration on days. Path 1. Path 1. Yay. M A D H J A D A D H J. 14 days. And B A H J B E H J. That is 16 days. And path T BFJ true, and then CGIJ correct, 14 days. Since the critical path is the longest path to the network diagram, since the critical path is the longest path to the network, path 2 is the critical path for, oh my god, this is the earliest time. Why do you guys confuse yourself into the depth of the limit? Look at that. It's saying, what is it saying? It's a series of activities that determines the earliest time by which the project. Oh, it determines the earliest time, although it may not be the shortest time. Look at that. 16 days is the earliest possible time, basically. What it means is that, what is the worst situation here? Critical path. That is the earliest, that is the minimum time a project is going to take, and our path 2 is our critical path. Right. More on the critical path. A project team at Apple Computer put a stuffed gorilla on top of a cubicle of the person currently managing a critical task. That is awesome. A project team at Apple Computer put a stuffed gorilla. Why is this stuffed gorilla? Why can't it be just a gorilla? Well, on the top of the cubicle of the person currently managing a critical task. Isn't a critical task? What's a critical task? Probably the series of tasks, or it could be one of the tasks in the critical path. The critical path is not the one with all the critical activities. It only accounts for time. There can be more than one critical path if the lengths of 2 or more paths are the same. The critical path can change as the project progresses. Holy beano. Using critical path unless it makes schedule trade-offs. Free slack or free flow. It's about time and activity can be delayed. Delaying the early staff. Delaying the early start of any immediately following activity is true beans, total slack or total float. The amount of time and activity may be delayed from its early start without delaying the planned project finish date. What else? Moving on. Total slack or total float is the amount of time and activity may be delayed from its early start without delaying the planned project finish date. Delayed from its own without delaying the plan. Different things, same wordings. Free slack, total slack. Let's see what they mean now. Free is that you delay, but the next project's early time won't be affected. Total slack, you delay the projects. However, the ending date is still, yes, valid. A forward pass is a volley. A winger passes to the guy in front of it. It's funny, said the goalkeeper. Okay, forward pass through the network diagram determines the early start and finish date. Woo! Early start and finish date. So that's the forward pass. Backward pass determines the light start and finish dates. Okay. A backward pass determines the light start and finish dates. Alright, so that's how we hi. You think about the shorten the project schedule. Freeman techniques for shortening schedules. How to shorten a schedule? I will say, make either a task or a few tasks in the critical paths smaller, remove them, or figure something out. Let's see, shorten the duration of critical activities tasks by adding more resources retaining. Makes sense. Crashing activities by obtaining the greatest amount of schedule compression for the least incremental cost. That's a bad idea. Fast tracking activities by doing them in parallel, overlapping them. That's true. Same team can be doing 2 different tasks if they're paid more or they're fed well with good pizzas. Importance of updating critical path data. Hoo-lee-la-loo-la. It's important to update project schedule information meeting time goals for a project. No, really, why? What do you mean by that? It's important to update project schedule information. For example, if you change, if you make a delay, then you should probably update it on the thing and look if you can still make the goals. Right. The real path may change as you enter the actual start and finish days. I'm not sure when the recording is gonna be finished, but let's keep going. They want to look. Alright, the critical path may change as you enter the actual start of this day.